What's good, gang? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're live. What's up? Just a heads up here. Wednesday. Here you go. See, I'm a child of God after all. Alright. Tonight will be a short Uma stream. A short Uma Musume stream, but I want to at least play some Uma Musume tonight. Plus, we got some new trainees and some new support cards, and we also got some rewards, as they said on Twitter. We got 600 plus a 1500. Thank you very much, Psy Games. That is all going to be going toward the March polls. We have 20,000 now. Okay. If you guys are watching, let us know. I hope everyone's having a good one. There are a couple things that I actually want to talk about today. Because they're kind of like it's a little overdue, I think. And this will all be videos for the upcoming weekend. So, yeah. I will get to those later. Or actually, is it worth going into it right now? Is it worth right now, actually? I think it is. Let me actually figure out what I want for music here. Fuck, I don't even know. I think I'm just gonna go with Persona music. Persona OST. Damn. I think, let's see here. Can you use this? Okay. Let's figure out if we win in Champions meeting, because we kind of need to know. So I did really well this Champions meeting. Yes, I know it's in the group. It's in the B group, but like I would love for us to win it. And you might be wondering, oh well, it's the B group. Who cares? Like, bro, chill out, bro. Like, sorry, I don't got like 1600 and UG1 already. Like, all right. Literally, all of this has come into the fact that I'm really hoping that I do win this, because if I don't, I'm going to be scammed. I'm officially going to say that I've been scammed by this game. But let's see. Alright, everyone's great. The favorite does not matter here. We do not care about that. Alright, let's see here. Let's watch this all the way through. It's now time for the Capricorn Cup Finals, and here we go. We are looking out for Taiki Shuttle and Bakshin and Kodan-chan. Everybody, we have Sakura Bakshin in first place. Is it possible to like remove the commentary? Let me do commentary for this. All right, here we go. So we have right here Bakshin. We have two Bakshins in the top two here. We actually have a third Bakshin in the top three. That is my Bakshin. And actually, the funniest part about it is that right behind the Bakshins are my both Current-chan and Taiki Shuttle. And now all of a sudden, we have someone coming from the outside. We have Sakura Bakshin going from the outside lane. Kurnchan is right behind here, but the thing is, Taiki Shuttle needs to do some work. But the issue is, this boxing over here is going toward it, and it doesn't look like it's gonna be enough. It's gonna have to be a battle for the first or second time, unless something drastic happens, and we didn't get first. We didn't get first. We didn't get first. We got second or third, I think. Yeah, we got second, man. Oh, what the hell? Whatever. Second of 1,400. Whatever, man. What are the rewards for this? Oh, that's not bad. I mean, not bad. 900 carrots. Just add it on. There you go. All right. Hey, look. It's second place, and I think we're okay with that. All good. I saw that there was a new story. There's a new story that was shown off, I think it was. I don't know. So yeah. Second place in the race. That is perfectly fine with me. Although this is kind of where I'm at right now. You know what? I'm so curious. I'm so curious. Can we get, like, luck? Nah, there's no way. There's no way. Yeah, we're gonna do some careers here in a second. Let me just see. Because why not? Yeah, the luck is not there tonight. It's okay. I'm saving up until the 3rd of March. At least for the Fine Motion rerun. That's kind of where I'm at right now. Okay, so... Alright, let's go ahead and talk about the first thing that I wanted to talk about. What should I talk about first? Yeah, okay. We have to talk about a couple things. We have 3 total things to talk about. 2 videos to make here within the next couple of minutes. If anything... I'm probably just gonna go ahead and knock them all out right now, just so I can, like, get it over with. So, yeah. So basically, we got a couple things to talk about. And it's in regards to some very serious news. Now, please do not mind my crazy hair right now. I'm a child of God, as everybody can see. You know, there you go. Yep, boom, boom, boom. Oh man, people are gonna look at this video and gonna be like, bro, this guy, man, look at this guy. Ash Wednesday, like, ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and set this up right now. I have a couple of tweets that I wanna talk about when it comes down to all of these stuffs. So yeah, first things first is what we are. The first thing that we're going to talk about today and discuss is the 2XKO layoffs along with the high guard layoffs and potential shutdown. And this is something that it's not that I'm not surprised, it's just that I made a whole entire video regarding, you know, like how I felt about how I felt about high guard. But overall, I kind of just told myself, you know, it isn't exactly the game that I'm looking out for right now. Kyuchi, how's it going? How are you doing? Hello. How you doing? Did you win your CM Champions meeting? Because I didn't. I did not. So, yeah. I'm gonna set this up, and then honestly, we're probably gonna do this later. See what's going on here. Let me just figure this out. Sorry. Let me just set this up for later, and then we'll make the quote unquote recording later. But yeah, I think this entire situation is kind of fucked, and it kind of just shows you that the gaming industry is really in a weird state. Um, but all we gotta do is just hope to God that works out, right? Right? Alright, this is gonna be quick. I also have stuff to talk about the NBA All-Star. I have a lot of stuff to talk about that because, well, it's not that I don't got a lot of stuff. It's just I have a lot of opinions that I don't think are gonna be very received well. At least I don't think so. You got second? No, yeah, same. Here, I will show. Me too. I got second. Boo. Boo. Got second. Boo. It was it was kind of close. I mean, if they get a good, if we go into open league, or no, graded league, what happens if you get first? Group A, 2,500. Dang. Damn. Wow. Alright, well, at least we got something then, I guess. I'm chilling, though. I got 21,888 carats right now. And now we have to prep up for CM10. I don't know how we're going to do that. I don't even know what CM10 is right now, actually. Hold on. What do we got? Where can we go for the stuff? Tokyo, 1600 meter dirt. Okay. This is the first dirt one, right? I think so. I saw someone say that Agnes Digital is good, so I did a career of her earlier. And then I think I'm gonna do one other one. Yeah, it's the first dirt CM. Okay, okay. I feel like I'm just kind of all over the place right now. Where is the notices? No, not that. Not that. What should I check out? No, no, no. Special week. Love and Turf. People gotta chill out on John Umumusume, bro. Speaking of John Umumusume, you know, Forever Young's really about to get revealed here soon. Okay, so how do we prep for this thing? 1600. 1600. What's an Aquarius Cup? All right. Let's see who we got here. Because we got... Shit. Okay. Let's do by rating. And then... Okay, so... Taiki Shuttle... Yeah, we can't do that. Does my Ogre Cap have something? Okay, B Dirt. Okay, so that's not bad. But do you want to win? But obviously you need to win. We got Ogre Cap. I'm looking at this tier guide right here really quick. We got Ogre Cap. We got El Condor Pasta. We got Taiki Shuttle as well already. And then we also have the other El Condor Pasta, but we also have the Agnes Digital. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out who I should play as a career right now. But it looks like we will need to do some good with... I have my team planned out for this CM. Okay, who you got? Who you got? Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know other than the fact that it's dirt. And I just looked up a tier list really quick, but I'm seeing Agnes Digital. My Agnes Digital run earlier didn't go that bad. I mean, it was okay, but it wasn't the best. Taiki Shuttle, New Year Haruura, and Silent Suzuka. Silent Suzuka. Ooh. I don't think that's Grass Wonder. No. Is regular Haru Urara good? I hope so. Or at least, yeah, I hope so. Let's see here. Where is she at? Silent Suzuka. There we go. She's not an A+. Okay, so we can do this. Right? Silent Suzuka? Really? Despite the G? Not building her so that she wins? I see, I see. 1 second. Okay. Yeah, Taiki Shuttle I think is good enough. I don't think I'm gonna like do anything too crazy with that. I have an Ori cap that's already S as well. Who else? Taiki Shuttle? No, we got that already. What if I just do one with Haru Urara? I mean, it's 1600 though. Yay. But it's Dirt Mile though. Fuck it. Let's just do it. Why not? Although we gotta find someone with dirt. Or Mile. Mile? Mile, hello? Oh. Hey. Give me someone good here. I have a lot of people here, man. Like, I feel like something's gotta give. She's going to be designed to steal angling and scheming from other front runners and make enough distance between her and Urara so that her unique lasts the full 8 seconds? Whoa. Very interesting. I honestly never really thought of it like that. Wow. Very interesting. Okay. You know what? We might as well. Why don't we just do one with her? Since New Year Haru unique skills with how far away she is from first place. Yeah, I unfortunately do not have New Year's Haru Urara. This is who I have. Let me see. Possible show? Yeah. All of these Umas I do not have, unfortunately. What's up, RBM? up? What's good? Pretty good. Pretty good. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, so I unfortunately do not have the New Year's one. Or no, that's my Top Gun. Jeez. Whoopsies. I don't know my I don't know my Uma. There she is. Oh my god. Oh yeah, there we go. I really do think it's so fucked because her thing is 114th times the charm. Like, bro, chill out. Like, oh my gosh. But yeah, so in terms of who I'm trying to get right now, in terms of the next character, I'm not really sweating up until potentially Kita-san Black or Satono Diamond, but the fine motion rerun is going to happen soon, which is why I'm kind of tempted to just pull everything on fine motion. And so that's why that's my current plan at the moment. And if things go right, then this fine motion banner should be up in 2-3 weeks. So yeah. Now I don't know what happens after that because I only have 21,000 carats. Bro, you want to know what's so crazy? I've been seeing so many people do ones where she does. I've seen people do no pulls and they have like 127,000 carats. I don't know how that's possible, man. I just don't know how that's possible. Yeah, Find Mo rerun is the first banner of the next month. Okay. Yeah, so that kind of helps me because I'm definitely trying to get Fine Motion. She is that card in particular is the final card I really kind of sort of need right now. So yeah. Also, I'm not really liking any of this. Other than that, that's not bad. Let's just do this. The mile is what's looking good. Okay, so now, this is the thing though. I want Fine Motion in here. That's what I've been doing for the past couple of days. I've been just borrowing MLB Fine Motion. I am poor on the carrot front, but I don't need to pull on the Fine Motion rerun, so I'm all good. Do you have her maxed out as well? Must be nice. Must be nice. I have 3? Okay. What's up, Tyrell? How's it going, man? How we doing? How we doing? I'm trying to have a short stream of Uma Musume, and so here I am. At the anniversary, going to use a selector to MLB it. Okay. Yeah, I think that's probably the way I'm going to as well. Like, if I go all in on Fine Motion with the rerun, then depending on how many Fine Motions I get, then I'll just max her out with the selector. And then for the anniversary selector for the Uma, I already know who I'm picking, and I'm picking Meisho Dodo because I've been wanting her for the longest. So Tyrell, are you gifting Brian actually Resident Evil? Because I saw a link a couple of hours ago that you can get that shit for a little less than MSRP right now if you really wanted to. Bro, I saw it for 57 bucks. I think you could do it. For Uma Selector, I'm probably picking New Year's Opera O. Okay. Yeah, I'm going straight for Meisho Dodo because I think, for me personally, I think she is probably one of my favorite Umas right now, behind Ogre Cap. And I don't have her. Boo. It just sucks because I really want to pull for as many Umas as I want, but I just can't do it, you know? Because I feel like we're just broke. Oh yeah, most definitely not 100% sure about release date, but somewhere around then. He get in that game. I'm going to be streaming until about 10. So if you're still up, I'll be in the co. I wanted to definitely still stream. 10 to 10:30. Okay, so let's not waste any more time. Let's actually do one here. I'll just do an Uma. I'll just do a Haruura one, and then yeah. In the cowl. All right. So again, fine motion here again. Let's do this, and then we are going to get Where is she? There she is. Okay, we're gonna get her the R rank Rico card because I do not have the SSR Rico card. So, yep. And then for the wit, what else? Because I'm looking at this and I'm looking at wit. But what do we do? Let me just go to Haruura. I have a couple of guides here that I have, so yeah, chat is rocking today. How we doing? How are we doing? I'm hoping that everyone has a great day, and I'm hoping that everybody had a decent Wednesday. Honestly, for me, I've had other than work being a little dumb at the end there, I've had a good day today. I was able to upload a video which you guys should check out. Part 13 of the Hollow Knight adventure. And then tomorrow we got the Elmafell draft. Got a lot of stuff going on, man. Nope, that was not it. Where is she? There. Do I want to do 3 speed or 2 speed and then 1 4 wit? No, 3 wit. Okay, hold on. Oh yeah, I hope everyone's having a good one, because we all need it. Although the way I woke up today was very, very weird. I don't know, I woke up weird today. And so, yeah, here I am. Alright, let's go for this and hope this works out. One of these days, I am going to figure out how I can do Arimakinen with Haruura. And then I'm going to make sure I stream it too. Bro, when the actual horse passed away, man, bruh, her career's just hit a little different, you know? Okay. Oh yeah, 100%. That's what fine motion, and then Meisho Dodo, and then however many rewards we get during anniversary, it's gonna be great. Wait, the actual horse died? Yeah. The actual horse of Haruura died, I want to say, in the summer of last year. Late Surger? What is the even? What are we doing here? Late surger. Oh, jeez. I don't know what that was. Oops. Late surger. Okay. All right. Yeah. No, yeah, there are still some horses that are alive. But the thing is, though, you can really only count them on one hand, almost, or two. So, yeah. Now, there is actually going to be an UMA that is going to be revealed very soon, and we are, or at least everybody in the community, really pretty much thinks it's going to be Forever Young, who won the Saudi Cup recently. I believe so as well, so we just gotta get confirmation. But it doesn't matter, because the global servers are not gonna get her until 2-3 years from now, so very, very much sucks. After this, though, I will talk about what I wanted to talk about earlier. And I wanted to talk about a high guard and 2x KO situation and the NBA All-Star. Although I don't think that video... I think that video might cause a little bit of some stirs, I think. Do that. Because for me, it's like... I mean, I'll get into it later, but... The NBA is such in a weird spot right now, man. Like, I understand people enjoy watching basketball and obviously enjoy the sport and the league and the teams and etc. And I do too. It's just... I can't get myself to care so much when some of these players and teams do not care 100% of the time. So it's in a weird spot. I don't know, man. It's weird. Okay, Haru Urara, let's win. Because I feel like, for me, again, I'll go into it later, but the whole thing with the gambling and the whole thing with Adam Silver literally saying, like, he might do this, and that if people continue to fucking... What is it? If people could just continue to tank and whatnot, it's just so stupid. It's just so dumb. I just don't think that man has any good means to lead the NBA and be a good commissioner. I swear he might be the worst commissioner out of all the major leagues right now. No, let's not do that. Let's also not do that. What should we do here? Let's just rest. Adam Silver, in my opinion, needs to lay down the law. I just feel like, for me personally, he needs to kind of grow a spine and just, like... Look, here's the thing. If... Even as somebody who bets on sports... People have to realize that consequences that come from betting on sports, when it comes to the human level, can be astronomical because these athletes on a daily basis will have to deal with the fact that, oh, because someone didn't hit a parlay, it's fuck you and, you know, threats all across the board, and it's so ridiculous. So, here's what... So, the whole thing with sports betting is really, really bad. Even as someone who does sports bet. It's just... For me... we really should have done... Someone really should have done something about sports betting... years ago when it became legalized, because it is not looking great at all. And the conspiracies continue to lay across the land around draft picks and draft and tanking and etc. It's not looking great. Let's just do it. Why not? Only leagues that have done something about it are the NFL and MLB. You know, it's so funny because whenever someone talks about tanking, it's almost always in the NBA. In the NFL, I feel like you can kind of... It's not that you can get away with the tanking. It's just that there's so many more... There's so many more lesser games in the NFL to the point where it can kind of get quote-unquote covered up. But the thing is, though, I don't think teams would want to tank in the NFL, at least, in my opinion. Oh, we can't even do that. I just think for me personally, it's a little just, it's just way too ridiculous, I think. I agree, no team in the NFL wants to tank. And even if you thought that this team would be tanking, I can guarantee you the coach... I feel like for me, in the NFL specifically, I just don't think that teams would want to tank in the first place anyway. Like, the schedule is so small to the point where you kind of have to lay it all on the line during that time, right? So it's like... MLB now has a draft lottery so they can punish teams for tanking. Again, I will get into it later. Most likely after this career, because... yeah, it's just... I just can't honestly just believe some of the stuff that Adam Silver is saying. And then it just doesn't help that Giannis is a shareholder with Kalshi now. Like, that is just such a crazy conflict of interests. Like, how does that not look good for the league, bro? It just does not. And I guess the only positive regarding All-Star Week is the fact that the ratings were up, at least for the game, and it seems like the game was competitive. But realistically speaking, who honestly really cares about the All-Star game like that? Like, nobody, right? Or at least I hope. But I don't know. Maybe it's just... I don't know. This is a terrible turn, by the way. Oh, jeez. I'm just gonna do that. I'm surprised Giannis wasn't traded, to be honest. Dog, the All-Star game, in my opinion, has now become an IRL game of 2K. Oh, shit. I did not mean to do that. Give me that. Yes, sir. Good. I just refuse to believe that Adam Silver saw that news of Kalshi and Giannis and was like, this is okay. There's no way that he thought of that. There's just no way. I refuse. I legitimately refuse to think that he thought that that was okay. I think this is a race turn if there's no races. No races at all. Other than this one here in 4 turns. Okay, whatever. Let's just do this. Running again. I think Kevin Durant's burner account is very, very funny to me. The fact that that man got caught and everything is just hilarious. Holy moly. Yeah, right? Yes. Holy shit. Plus 57 in power. That is crazy. You killed 2 birds with 1 stone right here, too. Wow. Dope as hell. Yes, I know. I know. Don't worry. Wow, we're hitting good numbers right here, man. Plus 63? That was dope. Let's just get more wit skill points here, because we need it. Here we go. Now let's finally hit this, goal here. One of these days, I have to host, like, Uma Musume, like, room matches? And maybe make viewers, like, I don't know. I may have to make, like, a viewer kind of count thingy. Maybe make viewers go up against each other, and then the next, or whoever wins gets a free 1,500 carats from me. I don't know. Just an idea. Just an idea. You never know what's cooking in the chambers. Alright, here we go. This should be interesting. Yeah. You gotta get speed up anyway. Stamina's looking good, though. Power needs more work. This is not a bad run at all, though. We need 9,000 fans. Okay, that should be easy, I think. I'm gonna save here. No. No, this track upcoming is left, so that wouldn't even help. Yeah, let's get guts, why not? 16? There we go. Alright, we got something good there. Wasn't the best summer camp, but it's okay. Energy 10. Yeah. Is there a good race? Nope. Nope. Wait. There's one over here, but... yeah, let's just do the one right here, yeah. Let's get that energy up. By the way, yes, I know. You don't have to keep telling me, bruh. Tether. No need. It's okay. I don't like this. I don't really like this. Let's just do that. Let's just manage our energy correctly. Here we go. Oh wait, we can't even do that. Okay. Okay, yep. Right here. What the hell? Whoa! Well, we need to get more fans anyway, so it don't matter. What the hell, Haru Urara? What are we doing? It's okay. We win these anyway. We need 12,000, but we got it already, so we're chilling. Bro, arm wrestling contest. Yeah, no, we rest here. Damn. Oh, we didn't get Speed Star. Damn, okay. Interesting. God, dude, I don't really like any of this. You know, let's just do this G1. See how we do. I'm curious. Wow, we won! Holy! Okay, Haru Urara, let's go. Nice. That's a nice win right there. $28. Let's just do that to manage our energy correctly. Let's win this, please. Nice. It's a pretty decent run that we have here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just do that. Give us something good. Damn it! Just carrot? Just a carrot? Oh my god. Give us something good. Doing good so far. Did we get the... oh, we didn't get anything. Alright. Damn, dude. Everyone just fell asleep, man. What are we doing? Everyone fell asleep on the thing. The cards just fell asleep. Well, that kind of blows. At least we're winning. I feel like this would have been really bad if we were losing, but this is okay. Sand training. Guts. Yeah, let's do that. No! Why am I... Oh my goodness. Jeez. I keep misclicking. What am I doing? Can we get something good? Not bad. Ah, we didn't get it. We're not gonna do well here. This run is low-key a little cooked already, actually. Let's try and save it, though. Got to B+ at least. Let's do this, yeah. There we go. This is kind of risky because we do have summer camp coming soon, so I'm just gonna rest there. Oh god. I did not like that. Oh, we still won it though. Nice. Oh, thank god, man. Oh my goodness. That was gonna be very, very bad if we lost that. We're rank 2 now, so this should be a pretty, hopefully, easy win. Hopefully. Man, one of these days we're gonna have a good one on the friendship. For speed. But not today, I guess. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-dum. Summer camp ends. Holy shit, plus 58. Haven't seen those big numbers in like a couple of turns here, man. Hold on a second. Okay. Test. Ooh, this should be good. Oh. I'm gonna do a run here. Haru Urara! Come on, girl. Are you serious? Oh, jeez. There we go. Got 3 more turns of this. Yeah, unfortunately, this has not been that great of a run. As much as I thought it would be. So, we just have to deal with what happens next. Yep, this is gonna suck, man. He's the 8th favorite, but 16th! Boo! Haru Urara, one day we will help you, bro. What the fuck? Bro. Are we gonna win this? I actually don't know. Oh, okay. Please, Lord. Please, just... For some reason, the Agnes Digital run earlier, we had like 4 favorites, and we still just fucking lose everything. We just lost everything again. This literally happened again earlier. Oh my god. This is so dumb. This run is, something, man. It's okay. Let's just try to make the most of it. Plus 46, that is hilarious. The fact that that shows up now... it's alright. I think we will have time for one more run after all my stuffs anyway. Okay. Yeah, this is not gonna be an S at all, bruh. Which really, really sucks. I'm pretty sure that we need to get rid of that firm because all right, let's just go through this quick because this unfortunately just didn't really give us any favors here, so let's just go through this. Maybe we can use it for the actual run, but I highly doubt it. Sure. Pace, no. Sprint, yes. Mile, yes. Sprint, medium, no. Medium, no. Late, late, yes. There you go. We still got at least a decent run, hopefully A+. Yep, A+ at least, but wasn't the greatest, unfortunately. Thank you, Haru Urara. I already got all of these in the new event, which we will have to check out soon. Yeah, look at that. Oh my god. Holy shit. Actually, let's watch this really quick. Well, what we got today? What's the story with this one? Got Asian Flash. Chocolate? Oh, Valentine's Day? Alright. A worthy entry? Who's next? Uh-oh. The peak of confection a few hours earlier. Director. Spring Choice Chocolatier Contest. What? Bro, what? Speaking of chocolate, I don't think one can, you know, can hurt, right? One chocolate can't hurt. Kazuna. I didn't know Asian Flash's family owned a bakery. That's cool. Yes, Mihono. You're in the right spot. 優春チョコレートコンテスト対策会議を開始します。アジェンダについては資料をご確認ください。まずはルールの確認です。優春チョコレートコンテストでは各チームでテーマに沿ったレシピを自由に準備します。そして当日、会場にて作業を行います。制限時間は5時間。出場者は2名。準備期間中は助っ人の募集が3名まで可能です。ついで、3 helpers。発注手順について私から展開します。ユニフォームは出場者2名に学園より支給されます。カタログから各自デザインのベースを選出し、サイズを記入の上、7日以内に手綱さんへ用紙を提出します。ありがとうございます。ユニフォームの支給はありがたいですね。最適化された服装の方がより効率的に動けますから。続きましてテーマの再確認および今後のフローについてです。今年のテーマは学び屋をイメージしたチョコスイーツ。抽象的なテーマであり表現の方法は多岐にわたります。つまり
アイディアの数が多いほど選択肢が
Bro,
広がり
chocolate mousse cake sounds
有利であると言えます。
divine
ま
right
ずは
now.
助っ
Oh
人を
my
集
god.
め、より多くのアイディアのもとデザイン画に着手、試作を重ねるといった手法が最も効率的かと。いかがですか？
計算中。ご提案の形が最も効率が良いと判断。異議はありません。
では3分程
I have
度
no
の休憩の
objections.
後、トレーニングスケジュールを確認し空き時間を算出、具体的なスケジュールを作成しましょう。
了解しました。
Yokai.
これは雑談ですが、ブルボンさんはお菓子作りに興味があるんですか？
興味があるとは少々異なります。試作5度目。スポンジの弾力が理想より 13% 不足。
No.
ステータス失敗
She's a baker in
より高
training.
度なスキルが必要と判断。年に一度のバレンタイン。
Is that
友
Uma
チョコの用意
Teen?
はマスト。
That is so funny.
日頃伝えきれない感謝を最高のチョコで伝えよう。ライスさん、爆心王さん、フラワーさん、複数名への贈呈を希望。迅速に効果的なトレーニング方法を検索。優春チョコレートコンテスト。つまりスキルアップを望むため参加しました。目標レベルはコンテストに勝利できる程度。したがってターゲットは優春チョコレートコンテストの最優秀賞です。
なるほど、安心しました。
安心ですか？
私の参加理由は優秀成果への恩返しです。目標は最優秀賞であり、それ以外は視野にありません。チーム戦においてゴールの一本化は必要不可欠。改めてよろしくお願いします。共にスイーツの頂点へ。
はい。
Hi.
紫のビオラにピンクのパンツ。
Nishino flower.
寄せ植え、お姉さんたちに喜んでもらえたらいいな。
大丈夫？フラワーちゃん。
大丈夫です。ちょっとプランターが大きくて足元が見えなかっただけで。そっか。だったら私たちが
He looks like a smaller special
あっちに
week.
運べばいいのに。でも
平気平気。またこけさせたらやだもん。フラワーちゃんまだ体小さいんだししょうがないって。
すみません。はあ、しっかりしていたいのにまたお世話になっちゃった。
フラワーさんの姿を知り、こんにちは。突然ですがお願いしたいことがあります。
Flower identity
優
confirmed.
春チョコレートコンテストの助っ人をお願いできませんか？
助っ人ですか？その私なんかでいいんですか？
もちろんです。あなたの調理スキルを
Please
ぜ
lend
ひ
me.
貸してください。
というわけでお手伝いをさせていただきます。精一杯頑張ります。よろしくお願いします。
私も同様、ぜひとも手を借りたいとのことで、すべて私にお任せあれです。
お二人ともちょうど余暇も十分にあるとのことでご快諾いただけました。
心強いです。お二人ともどうぞよろしくお願いします。実は私も一人私にはない発想を持つ方をお呼びしています。
あー、手伝ったら甘いもんめっちゃ食べられるってわ。
それでは短い期間になりますがよろしくお願いいたします。
Let's go. Oh wow, look at their outfits. Holy shit. Well, we get flower as a thingy. Alright, the usual stuff.
メレンゲの分離を確認。
イベントミッションはこちらです。
The usual stuff.
せっかく頼って。
一丁やり
Where's the options? There we go.
一丁やりますか。
Damn, that sucked. Well,
せっかく頼ってもらったんだもの。頑張らなくっちゃ。
okay. Okay, chat. Let's take a quick break. I'm going to use the bathroom, and then we are going to talk about the things I've been meaning to talk about.
サンタさんにそっくりだな。
Be right back, alright?
後ろから見ると特に。星の装飾いいだろう。見ているとこの輝きに勝る活躍をしなければと勇気が湧くんだ。この季節は星がよく見える。一度見たら目に焼き付くようなそんな輝きを私も残したいな。この衣装はいつも寝る前にきれいに畳んで枕元に置いている。いつかサンタさんに見てもらいたくてな。キャンドルは快眠効果があるらしい。だが気をつけろ。近づきすぎると赤鼻のトナカイになってしまうぞ。星の装飾いいだろう。見ているとこの輝きに勝る活躍をしなければと勇気が湧くんだ。サンタさんのトナカイとは一度競ってみたいな。さぞ早いんだろう。イベントをやっているようだ。参加できるのならばしてみてはどうだろうか。赤い衣装の早秀はサンタさんにそっくりだな。後ろから見ると特に。またカフェ巡りをしたいな。ふわふわのパンケーキ、あれは美味しかった。
So let's talk about the stuff that I have been meaning to talk about since the start of the stream. Let's kill two birds with one stone, because these are going to be videos that are going to be out this weekend, so let's talk about it. Here we go. All right. So here we go. How are we doing this? Okay. So let me actually start. Okay, here we go. All right, chat. Let's talk about the first thing that I want to talk about, and that is the 2x KO and high guard stuff. First thing first, when it comes down to this, is that the first thing that should be said about this is that... Let me start from the beginning. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about with this is the fact that the gaming industry right now is in a really, really bad spot. I don't think anyone can really exactly disagree with it. Maybe I'm maybe I'm over exaggerating it a little bit. But after the recent news of 2XKO and Highguard, specifically Highguard, we need to rethink, or not even we, but these gaming companies really need to rethink a lot of things, if I'm being honest with you. So I want to really just quickly talk about that. So, I'm just going to go ahead and go over here, since it's going to be easier. Not gonna lie, I kind of want something that is not with vocals, so this works. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Let's begin here. So let's first talk about 2XKO, because that game doesn't at least seem to be looking to get shut down in any sort of way here. But first off, Riot Games posted a tweet out here, an article to everybody, and it was called an update. It was called an update on 2XKO, and as everybody knows, in regards to XKO, it's a tag team fighting game, and it has League of Legends players in it. But they announced on February 9th, 2026, that they pretty much said the game has resonated with a passionate core audience, but overall momentum hasn't reached the level needed to support a team of this size long term. With a smaller, focused team, we're going to dig in and make key improvements to the game, including some of the things that we've already heard you asking for. We'll share some of our plans soon. Our plans to the 2026 competitive series are unchanged. We remain committed to partnering with tournament organizers and local communities, etc. So this is really, really bad, because 2XKO is a game that pretty much released on consoles last month, specifically, and I have not played 2XKO at all. I don't honestly really have I don't exactly have an interest in the game, to be honest, only because I don't play League of Legends. That's probably a good thing, but I don't know. But then also at the same time, I think the fighting game itself is, if anything, like a niche kind of thing, because I don't think they're going to get the numbers, or at least I hope Riot didn't think that they were going to get the numbers that they thought that they would get with League of Legends, and then say, hey, you know, we're making a League of Legends fighting game. And honestly, the title itself, and I remember this being very controversial when the game was officially announced as 2XKO, and a lot of people were like, what the heck? Like, what kind of name was that? So maybe that name kind of also deteriorated interest, or just was a weird marketing tactic or anything. I don't know. I'm not an expert at any of this. But yeah, as I mentioned again, this game released on January 20th on PS5, Xbox Series, and PC on January 20th. So this game has been pretty much out for when I'm looking at it right now, February 18th, a month. And they have already downsized the team to the point where we have a tweet here, or not even tweet, a post on Blue Sky from this account here, and this account says 10 years on 2XKO, 12 years at Riot, and I got laid off with a 30-minute notice. LOL. Gonna take some time. And this really, really sucks, because we've seen more and more tweets about how people were on the team, they got laid off. And this person says, I've been impacted and looking for more QA work if anyone needs someone. And yeah, so again, make a League of Legends fighting game, does not market it to League players, add the whole cast of the hit sitcom Arcane. I have not watched Arcane, so I'm not quite sure why it's like that. Remove motion input to appeal to casual. Create an 8 buttons 2v2 convoluted ass game that no casual would touch. Title it 2XKO Self-Destruct. Yeah, it's not looking great, but even after the fact, the game still is committed to getting updates. As Riot posts an article here, they pretty much they post an article only a couple days ago where they pretty much say, hey, look, we are still working very, very hard on this game. We still want to commit to this game, to the fighting game community, and we want to make sure that we are clear in terms of like what they want, what they're hearing, and etc. And they also showed off a couple new champions in they also showed off a couple of new champions upcoming in the game as well. So this is not a total, it's not totally out of the water that this game is going to shut down anytime soon. I don't believe they would, especially after, like, you know, showing this stuff off. I don't think they would do that. But yeah, so from what it looks like, it seems as though that the response to the fact that they're still updating the game, the response to this article in particular, seems to have been pretty decently well received. A lot of people want this game to succeed. I heard about how there were a couple recent tournaments and it was pretty cool to watch, apparently. So, you know, there you go. But again, this is kind of just like the whole terrible aspect about this. It's like, okay, Riot, you do a very bad thing of, you know, laying people off with a 30-minute notice. Really terrible thing for you to do. Especially when you work 10 years on the game. 10 years working on 2XKO, that has got to be a big gut punch, especially to the people who have worked on this game for so many years. And then, you know, you release the game, it's not that popular, you get a 30-minute notice, and you get laid off within that amount of time, and it's like, Riot's like, oh, well, thank you, but yeah, we're done. And it's like, what a terrible thing to do, but I guess for the people who are still on the game right now, gotta give props to them, because who knows how much work they're trying to do. And it, again, I think it really, really sucks, because these people's lives are at stake, you know? I think at the end of the day, we really kind of think, I think at the end of the day, we kind of forget about the fact that people work on these games, humans work on these games, and boom, there you go. They just get laid off just because, you know, the company says so, or the higher up say so, and because it apparently, what it was their wording, the game has resonated with a passionate core audience, but overall momentum hasn't reached the level needed to support a team of this size long term. Yeah, it's just a really terrible situation overall. But I guess the positive is the fact that they are still committed to it, but we should not exactly turn our attention away from the fact that despite them creating more content and them committed to it, we have to realize that the fact that what are these gaming companies doing? Because as we're about to see here in a little bit, these gaming companies are really not forgiving at all, and they have not been especially for the past couple of years, especially since the pandemic, and it's been insane. But yeah, so yeah. So who knows where this game will be in a couple of months from now. I hope to God that both these games somehow survive, or anything. But as we're about to see right here, it may not look good for a specific other game that I talked about in a previous video a couple of weeks ago. So aside from the 2XKO, once again, bad situation over there, but this is another situation where it is really also bad, but it's even, I think, maybe even worse. Wildlight, who are the developers of Highguard, lays off staff according to a LinkedIn post. Quote, unfortunately, along with most of the team at Wildlight, I was laid off today. This one really stings as there was a lot of unreleased content. I was really looking forward to that. I and others designed for Highguard. When I tell you about this tweet from Zingus, Highguard and 2XKO dying within 1 day of each other. Well, hopefully they don't. Hopefully it doesn't die completely, but But yeah, so Wildlight, Highguard, the whole entire controversy. Jeff Keighley showing it off at the Game Awards, the final game of the game, the final game of the show. Was a very weird surprise, and overall, a lot of people did not like the fact that this was the final surprise of the Game Awards. This game was unfortunately met with a lot of negativity right off the bat because it was the final game of the Game Awards. And as Jeff said, an unfortunate, brutal, and sad outcome for a game I enjoyed in early playtests. And of course, a lot of people are giving Jeff a lot of giving Jeff a lot of flack. And here's the thing, though, I have personally, for me, defended Jeff for a lot of the things that he has said and done. But as we are going to see right here, I don't know if I can go ahead and defend him with this one. So the last update the last tweet that they made, Highguard did at least, was, whoa, hold on a second, 35 minutes ago, they tweeted something out, a new article, a new base, a new raid tool coming later this week. All right, see, there you go. All right, so this game is not shut down fully. There you go. So, okay, well, I was not expecting that today. But, yeah, so, all right, well, it looks like they tweet out something 36 minutes ago, and they are committed to, once again, this patch is purely content-focused with a brand new base and a powerful new raid tool added to the game. Okay, well, there you go. We are also working on our next patch, which we aim to bring a new game mode focused on the raid experience, as well as some balance adjustments to weapons, among other things. Okay, so this is at least a decent thing to see, because from what was said a couple of days ago, it really looked like that this game was about to shut down. Starting off with the layoffs, as we said earlier, but the situation compared to 2XKO is the fact that when we look at the amount of people who are playing this game right now, it's only 1,108. There you go. 1,108 people are in-game as of right now. I've already said in a previous video that Highguard, personally, right now, at the moment, is not for me. But I really do hope that people, whoever does like this game, continue to enjoy it. It just, again, sucks with the circumstance of everything. But yeah, so yesterday, on the 17th, it was pretty much noticed that Highguard's website was, quote, This site is currently unavailable, which did not look great in the slightest for Highguard. And obviously, as we all know, apparently they also laid off some staff according to a LinkedIn post, so that's public information now. And the site is currently unavailable. So this right here just did not look great for this game in the slightest. If anything, we are potentially about to get another Concord incident. And then it just so happens that Tencent secretly funded Highguard. Oh, jeez. I mean, the hits just keep on hitting, right? Chinese gaming giant Tencent was the undisclosed lead financial backer of Wildlight Entertainment, the studio behind 2026's most tumultuous game launch. Sources familiar with the matter tell GameFile. Neither company has previously discussed the financial relationship, and reps for both did not provide a comment by press time. Yeah. So, yeah. Not great. Because it sounded like initially they were saying about how, like, this is a new developer and the whole thing, but next thing you know, Wildlight is backed by Tencent? Ah, not good, man. That's not great at all. It was mentioned here by Charlie Intel. It was noted in the Discord servers, I guess, of Highguard, and they were responded with the fact that, what's up with the website being updated, and I guess a developer replied saying, not sure on the time frame, but basically needs to be transferred and simplified. Low priority at the moment. Reputational damage has already been done. Now we just need to focus on delivering updates and content to improve. So, look, Grums says here, Highguard looks to be toast. Revealed they faked indie self-funded status. Was Tencent funded all along. Website is gone. You can't even list the game on YouTube now. Was this actually faster than Concord's implosion, or just bigger? I think Concord went down in like a week. This one at least had like a couple of weeks here, but yeah, it's not great. But the fact that they recently updated everybody with a new patch coming soon is at least a decent thing on their end. But again, this all comes back down to the fact of what are these gaming developers doing? What are we doing here? Because, again, whenever it comes down to whenever it comes down to live service games and all those things about how the hero shooter genre is just very, very much bloated. If anything, if you're developing a hero shooter right now, your game is almost always going to be perceived as a game that is dead on arrival, which is really, really sucks. Because imagine, like, you've been working on this game for so long, and the next thing you know, you just get told, nope, it's another hero shooter, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, yeah, it's not looking great. So yeah, Jeff, what's that deal about, apparently Tencent being the financial backer for the developer, and, you have them on the board for the Game Awards? It's not looking good there. Maybe you can provide some clarification, but I'm sure that the gaming community will just not listen to him, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, so I think this, for me, just kind of shows, like, a lot of things, because the gaming industry really needs to figure it out. I really hate seeing all these layoffs happen, especially when it comes down to these two games who, unfortunately, they are struggling, and the next thing you know, they struggle. Well, we got to cut costs. We got to cut everything. We got to go ahead and just cut everybody who has been a part of this journey for 10 years, quote unquote, for like 2x KO, and then we're just going to go ahead and lay them off in like 30 minutes. That's not great, and that is, if anything, doing a disservice to the people who actually worked on the game. And, yeah. figure it out, because the gaming industry right now, I feel like, is in a weird spot. Like, we are in a time where we have live service games that hope to God work out, and then you get this situation with Highguard, you get this situation with 2XKO, you lay off a bunch of people who really did not deserve to be laid off, despite the fact that they work on the game so hard for so many years. What about the future games that happen? Which is why, like, Marathon coming out, granted, Marathon is not a free-to-play game, it's still a paid game, but it's also made by Bungie, but at the same time, a lot of people were like, you know, Marathon, who knows about Marathon? It's almost like if any shooter game that looks to be new, quote-unquote, is about to get the same treatment. Oh, well, it's a shooter game, potentially with, you know, with a something, you know, it's not gonna look great, man. It's not gonna look great. So yeah, the gaming industry, you need to figure it out, man. The gaming industry needs to figure it out, because I really hate seeing it like this, and I really hate seeing people get their jobs taken just because, you know, the higher-ups think, yep, this thing isn't making us enough money. Let's just cut him right now. And then, there you go. So dumb. But yeah, I really hope that the people who did get layoff from all the 2XKO stuff and Highguard, I hope they figure it out, and then I really hope that they get something soon, because this really sucks on a human level, and this is why the gaming industry at the moment really needs to figure it out, because you never know about the other games that could potentially be, you know, in development right now, whether it be a live service or just any other game, and then it just immediately fails, blah, 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 blah. And then the games are just being expensive now, and it's just, yeah. The gaming industry is in a weird spot. Weird spot, man. And I really hope that somehow, some way, folks just figure it out. And, yeah, but... So yeah, what are your thoughts on all these layoffs coming from both these two games from two different developers? Let me know in the comments. This really sucks, and I really, again, hope that the people who got laid off get back on their feet and they find something ASAP. Because, again, at the human level, when you think about it, this sucks on every single level. So I hope that they find something. So yeah. So yeah, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, that's it. See ya. All right, that was one of them. Let's do the second video now, because the second video is going to be related to the NBA. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me set that up now. It's funny because I'm trying to do all this tonight, and I honestly didn't really think that I was going to, you know. But the thing is, though, if I'm trying to get these videos out by the end of the week, then yeah, it's just gonna happen. Yeah, let's talk about the NBA, because I think the NBA is also in a really bad spot. Oh, sheesh. So, the NBA also has a lot of stuff to figure out, because I just feel like, for me, especially when it comes down to the NBA, Alright, got a couple tweets here. This also should be very quick. And then after this, I'm actually probably going to get off after this, because I do need to rest here tonight. It's been a long day. So I apologize if anyone wanted to see more Uma, but I think I'm going to head out after this. Okay, here we go. All right, now let's talk about the NBA. Okay. Okay. The NBA is in, well, I don't know if it's in, like, in trouble, but, like... Okay, here we go. The NBA has a lot of issues at hand. And I would like to at least talk about it because, let's just face it, despite with All-Star Weekend happening recently and apparently of how good the game was, there's a lot of other things that really need to be talked about other than that, okay? So let's talk about it. The first thing... I think the first thing that everybody thinks about when it comes down to All-Star Weekend is, of course, the All-Star Game. A lot of people have said over the past couple of years that the All-Star Game is just not ever competitive, ever, like, for many, many years now. I pretty much agree. If anything, I was probably one of the other couple people who was like, the All-Star Weekend is this weekend? Like, like, who? Let's just be honest here, man. The All-Star Weekend is an interesting thing, especially as of right now, because that's at least an indicator to me that the NBA is getting closer and closer to the playoffs. Thank God, because I think this is going to be a little bit of a hot take, at least from me, but I cannot focus and take this NBA regular season seriously at all, which is why I kind of don't really watch any sort of games until after at least the football season is over. But even then, sometimes I just kind of just still look at highlights. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Like, let me ask this question. How many of you guys take the NBA regular season seriously, to the point where you try to watch every single game of your team? Because sometimes, man, whenever it comes down to the injuries, the load management, and just the overall feeling of an NBA game, it just lacks in every single area, I feel like. And at least the All-Star Weekend at least tells us, like, hey, playoffs are coming soon. But yeah, I just feel like for me personally, man, the NBA is just such a weird spot. But let's go ahead and continue on here. So obviously, this person says just cancel All-Star Weekend because the dunk contest was apparently just an absolute joke. An absolute joke again. Because what is that, man? What is that? Because it's just like, when you look at these comments, the fact that there's 5,400 comments, replies under here, and you keep seeing how this was the worst dunk contest I've ever seen. The dunk contest used to be something I looked forward to. We really peaked in 2016. We really did. 10 years ago, huh? We really peaked there with Aaron Gordon and, what's his name? What was his name? Zach LaVine. We really peaked with Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine in 2016. That's crazy, man. But yeah, the dunk contest is an absolute joke. Every other thing is riddled with content creators, which is, in my opinion, another joke. And then here's Noah, who I follow because she covers the Celtics. The All-Star Game's in 10 minutes and this place is empty. Yeah, doesn't look great. This doesn't look great again, but then again, it is 10 minutes away. But this has been an ongoing issue for the All-Star Weekend specifically because I also saw other nights where the arena was empty when something was going on. And $1,000 to get in is crazy for an All-Star game. That is crazy. Or maybe maybe Obama being in the audience probably jacked up the price a little bit, but still, anyways. Although the All-Star game though, I saw some highlights. It looked actually very, very nice. I'm not gonna lie. It looked interesting. As Nano Currency says, they fixed the All-Star game. Mission accomplished. Credit where it's due. So yeah, it was so good, in fact, for the All-Star game that the All-Star game showed its best numbers in 15 years. Can you believe that? 15 years. So in 2011, this is the best All-Star game rating. This is the best All-Star game ratings in 15 years. So, despite all the controversy and the empty arena crowd and etc. of the All-Star weekend, 15 years ago was 2011, and again, 8.8 million views across NBC and Peacock and Telemundo. So there you go. All right. 8.8 million viewers. At least the NBA got something right during All-Star weekend, which was this. Team USA versus Team World. All right. There you go. That's at least a positive. But we have to talk about still the issues regarding the NBA. So let's switch sides to Adam Silver as the commissioner of the NBA. All right. There was this tweet that got out here where, according to angry gambling companies, or according here to the greatest of all time podcast, and Ben Gulliver, who is a co-host of the pod, angry gambling companies reportedly played a part in Adam Silver punishing teams for tanking. Over-unders are at stake. You know, players' props are at stake if coaches are just willy-nilly not playing games. If coaches are just willy-nilly not playing guys to the... oh my goodness. If coaches are just willy-nilly not playing guys the entire game and they're not letting people know in advance that they plan to do that, you're going to have a lot of angry gamblers and a lot of angry gambling companies as well. That's not good. That's not good. But which is why it's like so bad. And here's just another tweet. Here's just another quote from the same pod. We know how much the NBA has gotten in bed with gambling. And then, same thing again. If coaches are just willy-nilly not playing guys the entire game and they're not letting people know in advance, you're going to get a lot of angry gamblers and a lot of angry gambling companies. Here's the thing, right? As somebody who bets on the NFL at least, there is a chance that your bet is not going to go through. That is obviously the whole point of gambling. You're trying to win some money, well, you got to gamble this amount of money to, you know, potentially win. If you win, you win, and if you lose, you lose. That is pretty much the game of gambling. So yeah, I don't think that's really I don't think that's anything new, at least I hope not. But here's the thing, right? I really do personally think that someone, before sports gambling got legalized and whatnot, I really do wish that there was some sort of, like, something to the point where there are regulations when it comes down to betting on sports and etc. Because it has definitely gotten, and this is not just the NBA, it has gotten really well out of hand. Because the thing is, though, all it does is just, it's going to make the people money, aka the league. It's just going to make the league make more money. And guess what? At the end of the day, they're just going to follow the money no matter what. So, yeah. But because of that, the NBA has fined Utah Jazz $500,000 and the Indiana Pacers $100,000 related to the management of their rosters for recent games. This was tweeted last week, but this was because of all the tanking, quote unquote, and all the stuff, which is another issue that the NBA has here. We got gambling issues, right? Adam Silver is just like, we're going to be taking the money no matter what. Screw y'all. But here's another thing. The tanking is another issue. Also, where did my thing here with Giannis here? Actually, let me go back here. Remember the whole gambling... so, the whole gambling thing again, as I mentioned. But Reddit College Football tweeted out, he's saying, Giannis made up a rumor that he would leave the Bucks, causing people to bet a total of $23 million as to where he would go on Kalshi, an unrelated gambling insider trading platform. Then it comes out after the trade deadline passes. He stays in Milwaukee and comes out today as a Kalshi stakeholder. Are you serious? Isn't this, as a lot of people are saying in the replies, isn't this just a conflict of interests right here? Why is he an NBA player on Kalshi? Why? What? Why? What? So, obviously, a lot of people are really like, what the hell? Concept of an NBA player owning a gambling company partnered with Kalshi when your likelihood to get traded can be bet on there is wild. And, yeah. This is really, really not a great look on the NBA. Not a great look on Giannis. This is not a great look at all, man. Why is he on Kalshi? There has to be rules to this. There has to be rules. I don't know why there wouldn't be, but there just has to be rules overall, okay? There just has to be. Oh yeah. Now let's go on to the other issue. Let's go on to now the other issue regarding the NBA today. Tanking. The NBA has fined the Utah Jazz $500,000 and the Indiana Pacers $100,000 related to the management of their rosters for recent games. I wonder why. Because both those teams are just dead. One of the worst teams in the NBA right now. It's so bad. The tanking thing is also just another reason, which is why I can't take the NBA regular season seriously, to the point where Adam Silver says he would consider ending the draft and making rookies free agents if that's what it took to stop tanking. This guy is crazy, dude. This guy is absolutely crazy. You are off the... You were just crazy, Adam. You're absolutely crazy. But yeah, so as Chase Sr. has said, and I don't exactly agree with all of this, but Adam Silver has ruined the NBA. Teams are openly tanking. Regular season is unwatchable. Players don't even care about the regular season. All-Star Weekend used to be a spectacle, and now it's a joke. 10 years ago, the league had real juice. Now it's been surpassed by college football and Major League Baseball and sits fourth as a league in American sports behind the NFL, college football, and MLB. Yay. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. Mark Cuban actually said on Twitter, he said why the NBA should actually embrace the tanking. I'm not going to go ahead and read through all of this, but I kind of think that his point I can see, but... And the thing is, though, you also just cannot stop tanking. I don't think that is something that you can stop. But there's gotta be something you can do to, like, at least lessen it, or at least don't make it too obvious, you know? But, yeah. So, he says here really quick, fans know their ring can't win every game. Fans know their team can't win every game. They only know one team can win a ring. What fan that cares about their team's record one is hope. Hope that they will get better and have a chance to compete for the playoffs and then maybe a ring. The one way is to get closer to that is the draft and trades and cap room. You have a better chance of improving via all three when you tank. All right, you know, okay. But he then says here, the NBA should be more worried about the fans' experience than tanking. It should worry more about pricing fans out of games than tanking. Which is true, because the NBA tickets are really expensive. So, I can kind of see it, but still, tanking is still a very big issue on here. Tanking problem, load management problem, sponsors on jerseys, sponsors on the court, no defense being played, bad officiating, partnering with the gambling companies, All-Star Weekend becoming unwatchable, NBA Cup and play-in tournaments. The NBA isn't what it used to be. And if I'm being honest here, and I will say this is probably going to be a very hot take. This is probably going to be a big hot take on the NBA as a whole. The NBA Cup, I think, is probably just one of the most unnecessary things I have seen in ever. Is that a hot take? I feel like I think people are not going to be happy when I say that, but the NBA Cup is literally like, okay, trying to make it more exciting in the regular season, especially at the beginning of the season. But isn't the whole point of the players, and isn't their whole dream when they're playing in the NBA to win a championship in the NBA Finals? Not the NBA Cup, not the NBA Cup. It's supposed to be for the NBA Finals. Yet for some reason we have special courts for the NBA Cup, yet we don't have a special court for the NBA Finals? How come that hasn't been... How come we don't have the title in the middle of the court still? Like, I think it's ridiculous. And look, maybe the players can disagree, and honestly, we just, I guess, look at it from a different perspective, but I just think the NBA Cup is just so unnecessary, dude. Just play the damn games. Just play it. And it could be a whole thing of just, you know, trying to gauge interest for the start of the regular season. Bro, it's the start of the regular season. The regular season for the NBA doesn't really start until March. It really doesn't. Or if anything, the bare minimum until after the All-Star break. Just my opinion, though. Just my opinion, okay? This could be a hot take. I understand. And then obviously you have Kevin Durant talking about a bunch of shit. Now you just have, and just literally to top it all off here, with all the tanking problem, the gambling issues of the NBA, and then All-Star Weekend being a huge issue other than the game, is the fact that Kevin Durant got caught talking trash about current and former teammates on a burner account on Twitter. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Because it's just so crazy how this account, which is apparently him, and all you got all these people taking screenshots and taking videos about what this man has tweeted. And yeah. Man, what a crazy couple of days the NBA has gotten through. A lot of interesting press, mostly not great, but also good because of the NBA All-Star Game specifically. That, if anything, is probably the only good thing that the NBA has had, at least in good press, over the past couple of weeks. But yeah, it's just so crazy, man. I personally think American football is the best sport, and basketball is definitely up there as well. It's just that, like, with the NBA, I just cannot care too much about the regular season if people just do not care. There's a whole thing about the injuries being posted, blah, 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 blah. You know, you're not able to see your favorite player due to potentially injury management or just anything. And then you're like, well, what the hell am I here for? It just, ugh. The NBA has a lot of things that they need to fix, man. Yeah, they got a lot of things to fix over there. I don't know how they're going to fix it, but yeah. I just think it's so crazy that people are just putting together all these KD tweets and whatnot, and putting it like that, like the Epstein files, and then KD files, bruh. There you go. So, yeah, this is crazy. But here's another interesting thing that was just released today. After rejuvenating the NBA All-Star Game with the USA versus World format, the league and NBC Sports are eyeing how they can improve it. Among the ideas, adding a fourth event such as a new one-on-one or two-on-two competition. That is a good thing. That's a good thing. But we will just have to see if they actually enact it. So, all right, chat. All right. Well, that is it for me. Do you guys agree with what I've said about the NBA? I feel like I've been very critical about the NBA, but I don't know. I just think for me personally, there are just a lot of things that that just unfortunately kind of drive my interest away from the NBA, at least for the regular season. I will obviously watch the playoffs, but for the regular season, there's just so much going on, and there's just so much like weirdness to it, to the point where I just don't really care about it. And I just hope that people understand my perspective from it. So yeah. Do you guys agree with what I said? Let me know in the comments down below. And make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. If you guys liked my rant, I hope you guys did. But yeah. See you guys. And that's it. That's the whole video. That's it. I'm done. Oh, thank God. I'm done. All right. Well, chat, that is going to do it for me. I'm going to go ahead and get on out here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. And I will see you guys in the next stream, which is going to be tomorrow. We will be doing the LMFL draft tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you guys be here. And I will see you guys then. So peace out. Bye-bye.